How about those?
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Are you ready for the best Kansas City Chiefs insight? Welcome to the Four Guys in a Bar podcast, presented by Chiefs Blitz and sponsored by Eric Haynes with the Eric Haynes Group. If you're looking for a real estate expert, call Eric Haynes today at 816-729-3785. That's 816-729-3785. Now, here is your Chiefs Blitz host, Nick Athan, with Lou Montagna, Tillman, and Hense Todd.
Welcome back to the next edition of Four Guys in a Bar, presented by ChiefsBlitz.com. I'm your host, Nick Athan. Welcome, everybody. It is Red Friday, alongside my producer extraordinaire, Mr. Hense Todd. What's up, buddy?
How you doing?
We're doing good. I'm on the road today, so you have a little bit of different background. Don't ask me what the GB stands for because I don't know, so we'll just go with Green Bay. They are my second favorite team, so there you go. Hey, before we get started, let's talk about our sponsors here at the Four Guys in a Bar podcast, presented by Chiefs Blitz. First up, Mr. Eric Haynes with the Eric Haynes Real Estate Group. If you're looking for someone who can help you buy or sell a house in the greater Kansas City metropolitan area, he is your number one choice. You can give him a call today at 816-729-3785. You can email him at esaleskc@gmail.com.
Proud sponsor of Fact or Cap.
Fact or Cap, indeed. And another great sponsor is my incredible wife, Emily Athan. You have until the weekend to get till Sunday to get your ACA or Obamacare plan. If you're looking for a private option, Emily can help you with that as well. So if you're looking for a custom quote for whether you're an individual, self-employed, a business owner, or a family, then you can make sure to give her a call, and she'll decipher all the plans for you. 913-215-9086.
Emily.
That's right. That's my girl. 10th anniversary. We survived it yesterday. It was all great, and appreciate having the day off. That's for sure. Anyway, next up, our newest sponsor, Resell Electronics.
Save big on the hottest electronics. At Resell Electronics, we offer the best deals on new and pre-owned TVs, game consoles, cameras, plus so much more. With 2 convenient locations along Noland Road in Independence, stop by and visit us today.
That's right. Resell Electronics, 2 great locations on 40 Highway at Noland Road. It is the holiday time. Christmas is 12 days away. And so if you're looking for a great gift to give somebody that you care about that has needs for whether it's a cell phone, tablet, laptop, a game console, TVs, a home audio, whatever it might be. Hey, maybe you got some old stuff lying around. They'll give you actual cash for it. So listen, when you walk into the store, either location, make sure you tell them the Chiefs Blitz and Bowtie Sports sent you, and you'll get 10% discount on your first order. That's Resell Electronics. Check out their website, resell.electronics.com.
Resell Electronics.
That's right. We're joined by the other Christmas members of the Four Elves in a Bar podcast, Mr. Lou Montagna and Coach Dre, still sporting the winter hat, which I'm assuming is going to be a permanent part of the rest of December for you for every show. Is that correct?
You got dang right. All right,
fair enough.
Dressed for the season, baby.
I'm dressed for the occasion, gentlemen.
Yes, definitely dressed for the occasion.
Everybody dressing like it's about 98 degrees outside or fall weather, Nick. Summertime, Lou.
Hey,
fall.
come on.
Hence, just for the occasion.
We're
no
tough skinned up on the North Coast there.
All right. Well, I'm in the AFC North over here.
Yeah, it's a little chilly. It's interesting. I live a couple hours south of Kansas City, and it's a 20 degree difference. We left at 11 o'clock yesterday. It was 59 degrees. We get into Kansas City, it was 37.
Oh yeah,
it's just crazy.
Kansas City.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
We're still trying to touch 20 degrees. Okay, so let's just take it easy, man.
Hey, it's
trying
football
to touch
weather.
that 20.
Although it should warm up for the weekend, so hopefully by kickoff it's supposed to be in the 40s or 50s in Cleveland.
Perfect weather, Lou.
Supposed to rain
Perfect.
a little bit, but it should be all right.
Yeah,
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No, it's all good. It's all good. All right, guys.
It's Red Friday. We got a game on Sunday. Let's go.
Winston game. It's a
Come on,
Jameis
let's
Winston
kick up
fellas.
the energy a little bit here,
Hey,
man.
wait, hold on. Are y'all excited to hear Jameis Winston's speech, though?
Absolutely. Anytime he
speaks
is worth the price of admission.
Yeah, goddamn right.
Give me more Jameis.
Hey, mic him up every game. I want to hear him mic'd up, man.
Hell yes. That's right. You got to watch Hard Knocks, man. In-season Hard Knocks.
Yeah, definitely.
So we
Definitely
got before we get the show started off. I was reading something. That's why I was,
And you always reading.
Hey, is that the breaking news? Hence was
we
reading.
have mega breaking.
Not just breaking news, mega breaking news.
There it is. If
It
you've been
broke
paying
yesterday.
any attention to ChiefsBlitz.com, you would have learned that the 21-day practice window officially is open for, what's that guy's name? Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Brown will begin practicing today. Marquise Hollywood Brown. He likes to go by Hollywood. We have been the only place that's given you almost all the accurate information when it comes to his return, and he is going to be officially designated today. He's out on the practice field, which is great to see. This video courtesy of our friends over at KSB TV 41 News. There's Kelsey, in his shorts, and everybody else is in sweatpants.
Yeah,
and,
come on. He's Cleveland tough.
He is Cleveland tough. Kareem Hunt had the weather gear on too today. So Travis is unique, but the good news is that Hollywood Brown's official practice window is open. He was medically cleared by his surgeon yesterday, which was just a follow-up. Everybody kind of felt the same news. So he's not going to play this week against Cleveland. Maybe he plays against the Texans, but more likely he'll get some snaps in Pittsburgh against the Steelers. Get him ready for the regular season. I'm sorry, for the postseason. And just think about it. Juju Smith-Schuster, DeAndre Hopkins, Xavier Worthy.
Stop listing all these guys. Why do we do that?
Because I just think it's fascinating.
It doesn't matter, okay? It doesn't matter. It's great to have additional weapons and so forth. We got to keep 15 upright. Got to keep. This is awesome.
Is that what
if you can throw Hollywood, D-Hop, and Xavier in as your three top receiver set, that's going to be pretty special. But keep Patrick up so he can get him the ball.
Well, of course, we're just. This is what we wanted to see all year. Obviously, with Rashee Rice. So we're going to finally get a chance in the postseason to see all of Patrick Mahomes' weapons.
I just want to see that man jersey clean. I want to see a clean jersey from number 15. Man.
Just don't dive on your shoulder. Just.
So do we get Hollywood? Get him some snaps indoors.
I caught that, Nick. Don't dive on your shoulder. I caught that
indoors before we take him outdoors to Pittsburgh. Get him a few snaps in Houston, or no? Houston, that's a home.
No,
game,
Houston's in Kansas City. Yeah, no, there's no
forget it. Let's forget it. Rip the Band-Aid off. Just go straight outside.
The next
right on the grass. Let's roll.
Let's go. Rip the Band-Aid off. Go straight outside.
It's Hollywood swinging time.
The hell with it. Rip it off. The hell with it.
Hey, I'm happy for it, man. I'm happy to see it. You know what I mean? Having to be a return. But I agree with Lou. First we got nipped in the butt about it because me and Dre said it was it Wednesday, but Lou said no, that ain't what we talking about. Now he's changed the scenario. Now he said you got to give Patrick Mahomes some time to throw the ball. So now, I guess all three of us on the same currents now.
I'm pretty sure anybody that watches the Chiefs play has been saying that for about
I've been
13 games.
Come on, man. Every time I look up, they in the red zone, bro, and he hiked the ball, he's getting hit. I'm like, damn, did the play develop?
Yeah.
Shit. But honestly, I am excited to see Hollywood.
Let's go.
Too damn quick, man. You got to break records.
Yeah, run the ball in the red zone.
Damn, Nick, that is so not thrilling. To run the ball, and you got all these beautiful weapons on the outside. Throw it up. Just throw it up to Kelsey or D-Hop, damn it. throw it up. Shit. Damn. All these gadget gimmick plays, man, throwing me off, man.
You say, yeah, throw it up to see what happens, man. But again, man, Hollywood Brown is coming back. Again, he's out there practicing. I'm happy to see it, but like everybody said, hey, I know he's chomping at the bits to get out there. It looked like his hair got a little longer too.
Hey, look at them thighs. Like Kelsey's built for the weather, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like he got sweatpants on. You know what I'm saying? He just built for the weather. You gotta look.
Hollywood's like the kid whose parents tell them they can't open their gifts until everybody's awake, until there's a certain time of day on Christmas, and he's just sitting there waiting. And now he's been waiting for like 13, 14 weeks. Yes, get me out on the field. Get me the rock.
Get me in, coach.
Go.
Well,
hey,
the good news.
Ross is the only one wearing a hoodie. He's a smart young man. He's the only one wearing a hoodie. He understands what's going on right now. Ross, your boy still got faith in you. Go ahead, Nick. I still got faith in Ross. Still got faith.
Bottom line is just good news. It's another weapon, but you're right. Keeping Patrick Mahomes upright. DJ Humphries is listed as did not practice today. It's looking like he could be back for the Texans game. So that's good news for Kansas City. So who knows? Maybe we'll have all the weapons. Butker is expected to return, if not this Sunday, next Sunday too. So, the last 3 games of the year, it looks like the Chiefs are going to have all their walking wounded back with the exception of Rashee Rice.
Walking and wounded.
And Jalen Watson, who is running sprints. So maybe there's a possibility he's back for the postseason.
Man, all that look good. All the icing with different flavors and combinations and shit. And the cake still is going. This cake ain't strong enough, man. The foundation.
They're 12-1. I don't want to hear that crap. They're 12-1.
What? Did you say be quiet because the offensive line? I'm just saying the tackle stinks.
They may not be playing well, but they're 12-1, and they're still the favorite to win the AFC.
Nick, I got you, Nick. Confidence. I believe in you, Nick. I understand the love for the team. I really do. But we gotta address it, man. But I am excited for Hollywood. I'm not gonna rain on his
confident as you were in Odell Beckham Jr.
Whatever, Nick.
Gaining 700 yards and 8 touchdowns.
He got
Whatever, Nick.
I got 5 times as confident the Chiefs.
You may have not been listening before the show started, Nick. But we still, well, not we, but Coach, I think he still believes that Mr. 710's got an opportunity. He signs with another team.
Whatever,
Lou. Play like 3 games. He can get that 710 touchdowns. Let's go.
Man, that would be so remarkable if he does that. I said,
his career's over. He's washed up.
Yeah, I got Odell. I have faith in you, Odell. I still do, but damn it, not right now, man. Shit.
Mr. 710 has been released.
Whatever.
Maybe he's a Chief. Maybe he's a Raven. Maybe he's maybe he's a Buffalo Bill.
I was about to say the same thing. The Bills. He might go to the Bills. Hey.
Yeah, just what they need. He's made every team worse since he left the Rams that he's been on.
Well, I think maybe that might be his best shot, is going back to McVay, right? I mean, if there's anybody that can incorporate somebody into his team,
that's about the only
make a smooth transition. Obviously, he's very familiar with Matthew and the rest of the guys there. So if he's got anything left, the Rams will know, and if they can bring him in.
But you know what, gentlemen? Honestly, if the Rams make the playoffs, it's just hypothetical because it's tough in the West. If they make the playoffs, I can see him going back to the Rams.
Yeah, that makes the most sense for him, actually.
It does.
All right.
Let's get right into it. We got fact or cat. Are you ready,
gang? We know what you all been waiting for. We keep you kind of like with bated breath here. When are we going to do it? Middle of the show, beginning of the show, end of the show? We're right at the beginning, man. We're not fooling around. Let's go. You know what the game is. Fact or cap? I'm going to read a series of not clues, but just statements, if you would. And you guys can decide whether it's fact or cap. And members of the panel will get an opportunity to explain themselves. And and of course, we're brought to you by Eric Haynes and the Eric Haynes Group. All right. So I believe as an extension of this past weekend 6-pack, we had talked to you about the possibilities and actually probability of Coach Bill Belichick returning to school and going to Chapel Hill. Well, now it's true. and Chapel Bill, if you will, or coaching at the Belichick
Chapel
School
Bill.
of Football, hanging out with his buddy Thornton Mellon. Graphics, if you would, please. It is an old graphic, but there's nothing better than this. And I asked Mango to post it. I'm not sure why it wasn't posted, or if it was, I missed it. But this may be the greatest graphic ever. So we should put it out there. So they made it official. 5 years, $50 million. One of the, I guess, little kickers that came up yesterday was one. They had the question at the press conference was, hey, if you're successful here, what's going to keep you from going to the NFL? And of course, Bill's got the great answer of, I didn't come here to leave, period. But the buyout in his contract goes from $10 million to $1 million in June, not of 26 or 27 or 28, 25. So this coming June, his buyout is $1 million. So I thought that was cool. All right, so the statement is this.
Let's have it.
All kidding aside, UNC, North Carolina, this coming year, wins the ACC and makes the college football playoff next season. Hence, factor cap.
I would say I'm leaning towards cap, but I'll say as a fact, because Belichick is going to go down there. He's going to go down there and change the culture of that team. A lot of players going to want to come down. He's going to run it just like an NFL team. I'm hearing they're going to have like a GM. They're going to have
a GM. Yep.
So they're going to have all that stuff to get. There's going to be a more NFL ready organization, college order, ran team than any other team that's out there. Probably better than Alabama. So I would say that would be a fact.
Nick.
This is interesting because the Big 12 is rumored to be taking Clemson and Florida State, and now with Belichick there, I'm going to go fact. I think there's a really good chance. I don't think the conference is all that good. I think Clemson was very fortunate to beat SMU, and they probably wouldn't have made the playoffs had that not happened. No. I think Uncle Bill is going to do a great job. And they're giving him not only a lot of money, but the NIL money I hear is through the roof. So I'm looking forward to watching his staff that he puts together. But I'm gonna go fact here.
Coach.
All right, man. Let's stop playing. It takes time to develop a chemistry, to develop a culture, especially a new coach's culture. I get the money, Nick. I know a Bo over there. He ain't really paying attention for real, but it's fine. No, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna go cat. I'm gonna go cat, man, because it takes time, guys. And give him to next year, and then I can start talking about, championships and whatnot. So I'm gonna say cat.
I'm going to say fact is because this particular conference, I mean, it's in flux. I mean, you saw Florida State go from, one of the best teams in the country to being one of the worst in one season, right? Mm-hmm. And Clemson has kind of been there, but not. SMU's kind of coming along. Obviously, they got a ton of money, just being that Dallas program is just, they got a ton of cash. So they will continue to contend. But to your point, hence, Michael Lombardi that worked with Bill in New England and Cleveland has been hired as the full-time GM. You probably see him on the Pat McAfee show. He's got a spot there every week. All the different work that he does, a podcast, working for VSIN, where Brent was working for a while with Vegas numbers, gambling, so all that stuff. But he's in charge of that side of it. So it is going to be an NFL program. It will be like the 33rd team. So, all right, let's go. Number 2. A lot of drama coming out of the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. 9-game winning streak. You've got Saquon, running wild. Name mentioned in MVP voting and so forth. But not everybody's so happy, right? Word comes after the game. They talk to AJ Brown. He's says a few cryptic things and then a few not so cryptic things when they ask, what do they need to work on? And he just said one word answer: passing. So you say passing, you typically think of one position. That's the quarterback. Jalen Hurts, one of his best buddies, childhood friends. who were so excited when they got together on the same team. But AJ hasn't been getting the ball much. Saquon's getting all the love. And now you got Brandon Graham going on his podcast and talking about how they may not be friends anymore or being very, kind of coy about it. So, again, we had this happen last year where they collapsed, and it was always like, what's going on internally? And all these things about Sirianni and Hurts, now A.J. Brown and Hurts. All that said, this week they play the Steelers. The statement is this. A.J. Brown, for better or worse, gets 8+ receptions versus Pittsburgh this Sunday. Hensley, fact or cap?
Talk about my quarterback. So I would say, it's a Donovan Nab and T.O. all over again. And, what's happening over there. So I would say cap. I think, Jalen Hurts going to be butt hurt. So, about what his wide receiver said about him in the media. So, when some people got something to say, they show it in action. So I don't see him throwing the ball his way that much. So I would say cap.
I'm going to go cap as well. I just don't think it's going to happen. I think the Steelers defense is going to key down on him. I don't think he's going to have that many opportunities.
All right, Coach.
No, he is. And here's the thing, because they buddies and he's going to try to make amends with him. So I do believe they're going to throw the ball. Like he's going to get more attention on the outside, right? Because that's his guy. You know what I'm saying? In order to fix things, in order to make things better, he's going to feed him the ball. Now, if you feed him the ball and he's not making plays, then it's a different ball game. But I do believe he's going to go out there and take care of his buddy. So I'm going to go fact.
Well, we saw a little bit of this last night with San Francisco when Debo popped off before the game. Right. And they were really forcing it to him. And I think that was probably more Kyle Shanahan than it was Brock Purdy. Brock is pretty much by the book guy. He's going to throw the ball to the open guy, and Debo was open a few times. And one huge play, he
crapped in his pants.
Right?
Yeah.
So I think these guys are a little bit tighter. The T.O. kind of came in after the fact when Donovan was kind of a made guy in Philly, and he didn't like that action, I don't think. So I don't see it that far. But I think AJ and Jalen get this worked out. I don't know if he's going to get 8+ receptions. I'll say yes, just because that's the statement and the fact that I think if they are able to get him the ball that many times, that's going to open things up even more for Saquon. So let's go fact on that one. And the Eagles come out on top in that game. All right, next one. Let's go. The Buffalo Bills, they've had all these injuries on defense and it's always been lamented, whatever, but somehow, some way they had been playing very well. And now all of a sudden you're getting Matt Milano back. You re-sign Micah Hyde and it's like, oh, okay. These guys that they put in, DeMar Hamlin's having a great year. Terrell Bernard's having a great year. All these guys are banged up, but they keep playing. They're playing well. Then all of a sudden last week, the Rams dropped 40 on their heads. So the statement is this. They played Detroit this week. So, and this is, I know it's blood in the water for you all Sharks, being Chiefs fans. Detroit drops another 40 burger on Buffalo this weekend. Hensley.
I would say that it's a fact. I feel like Buffalo is going to be Detroit going to take care of business against Buffalo. I think they're going to be going on a back-to-back game losing streak. So their defense is not. I don't believe in a Buffalo defense, man. They give up that many points. Puka is looking like it'd be on a tear right now. So I would say that'd be a fact.
Yeah, I'm gonna say fact too. I think. Sims and Florio were talking about this on Monday or Tuesday. There was a post and Sims said, listen, there's a bunch of really good defenders on that football team on their defense, but there's no superstar. And I kind of tend to agree. They all work. If they have to play a defense in which a team is ahead, it's very difficult for them to be successful. So fact, I don't think they're going to put up 40, but I think it's going to be in the high 30s.
Puka, who the hell is Puka?
Yeah,
listen,
okay.
All right, listen.
I vote for the Rams, sir.
Right. So listen, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say
You're up, coach.
I'm gonna say Josh Allen has another outstanding game and go out there and show the world why he's gonna be the future. He's the future MVP. So yeah, I'm gonna say Cap.
We see where this is going. Now he's a now he's a Josh.
I respect game though. I respect the man's game.
He's giving us
in classic coach style. This was a coach about their defense, and he immediately brings up Josh Allen. So
of course he does.
Coach, don't ever change, man. Don't ever change.
I can't.
Yeah. So they come off a game like that, so they're reeling. And I was thinking going into last night, you guys know that, how much respect I have for the Los Angeles Rams. That was one of my games of the week. Last week was against Buffalo. One of my games of the week was last night. I had the Rams. I never saw them not scoring any touchdowns. But, you get a 12-6 game, which always reminds you the statement I made, I think on Wednesday, was every game has its own soul. It has its own kind of vibe and flow, and you don't carry things over. So I think in this case, because Detroit's defense is a little bit more beat up, that maybe it is going to be a high-scoring game, and there's every opportunity for them to score over 40. It's probably not going to happen, but I'm going to say fact. I think Detroit's going to roll up some points.
Yep, I think so too.
Next one. Here we go. Talking about wide receivers like Puka Nacua, Jamar Chase is having maybe an historical type season, right? He leads in receptions. He leads in yardage. He leads in touchdowns.
Triple crown.
Exactly. And the last person to do that was Cooper Kupp, and that season was just off the charts. But the fact that they're losing, I don't think as much shine is being brought to it, just as, Burrow for having the year he's having. The shine's kind of off because they're just not very good, right?
Right.
So the statement is this. Jamar Chase is up for an extension, and I believe he is going to get it. So the statement is his extension, new contract, however you want to put it, he will reset the wide receiver market again, and the average per year will reach $40 million. It's at 35 right now. I think Jefferson and who was it? CeeDee Lamb. So hence,
I would say it'll be a fact, but it will be via trade. They gonna probably try to tag him. If they try to tag him, he gonna be in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's gonna give him the money, and he's gonna get it all said and done. You know what I mean? He's gonna go over there and upset the Bengals, or probably try to go over there because the Bengals gonna try to play hardball because that organization is just trash. As you see, not to get off. I see Coach with the head on down there. I see why he got the head on, Lou. He's trying to be a Buffalo fan now. He's trying to be a Buffalo.
We're talking about the Bengals, sir. This is Factor Cap. Answer the question.
Nick, so I'll say fact. I'll say fact, Lou. Go ahead. Fact.
Coach has not seen a bandwagon he won't jump on. Nick.
My goodness.
Just depends on the motor.
Let's bring some.
Depends on the motor. Whatever.
Let's bring some reality. Chase and T. Higgins now share the same agent. Higgins fired his old agent, so now he is representing both guys. I think that Chase is going to get probably $38 million, and I think T. Higgins is going to be in the range of 30 somewhere. I can't see the Brown family spending $68 million a year on two players when their defense is trash. So will he get $40 million? I'm going to say no, so I'm going to say Cap.
All right.
I'm going to say fact.
Somehow T. Higgins entered the chat.
Where the hell did them raccoons come from?
Come on, Coach. Don't be distracted by the man behind the screen.
I said, where the hell did raccoons come from?
I had the wrong.
Pay no attention to the man behind the screen.
You're right. I'm not gonna go on the producer. I'm not. No, honestly, I do believe he's gonna set it high. I believe, I don't know what Bo's talking about. He leaving. The chemistry between him and Burrow is amazing.
That's not the point.
He set the market high. Yes, fact. He's gonna get his money. They're gonna double down.
I believe if they have any intention on keeping Joe Burrow beyond this contract, they will sign Jamar Chase to just about whatever he wants. So I'm going to say fact. Okay, the Chiefs portion of Factor Cap. Here we go.
Let's get to
It's
it.
getting hot.
We've all seen kind of like these Alabama wide receivers. It's been kind of a mixed bag with their success and so forth. And I don't know what happened in Denver, but Jerry Jeudy kind of fell out of favor. And the next thing you know, he gets traded to Cleveland, gets an extension from the Browns before he really even played. And it looked like kind of silly for most of the season because, of course, he had Deshaun Watson throwing the ball. Enter Jameis Winston into the fray, and Jerry Jeudy's on a freaking heater. You saw him the other night against Denver where he goes for over 200 yards, has a long touchdown, scored another touchdown against Pittsburgh this past week. And if Jameis doesn't throw another, just a Jameis interception. I'm not going to say a bad throw, whatever. It's just a Jameis throw.
It's a Jameis throw.
Bad throw.
Maybe they're still in the game. So the statement is this. Again, I know for this group, it's blood in the water. Chiefs defensive backs will lock him down, coach. Under 5 receptions, under 50 yards. Hensley.
I would say that's a fact. I feel like T-Cuff is going to lock him down once again, like he did. T-Cuff was the reason why the Denver Broncos let him go. You know what I mean? Because it was that game with Steve Smith was on the sideline, and he got in an argument with Steve Smith because he was getting locked up. So I would say that will be a fact.
I'm going to go with Cap with their starting tight end, Nagoju. I'm not pronouncing it correctly. He is likely out Sunday. That's going to mean he's going to be the focal point. So I'm going to say Cap.
Hell no! I'm gonna say. Listen.
All right, so he'll go over 6 and over 50.
He will go over 6,
over 5, over 50. Sorry, go ahead.
Over
Coach.
5,
Sorry.
over 50. Yes, over.
Lou, just make sure I'm on the same page. Can you ask that?
Yes, the Chiefs DBs will lock him down. Now, I'm not going to be that vague because then I get all sorts of crazy answers. So I put some numbers to it. under 5 receptions, under 50 yards.
Hell nah, man. Chiefs ain't locking that boy down. He's going to get more catches. He's going to get more receptions. And he is going to go for 205 yards. Mark my words.
Wow. Okay. I don't think he goes that far. I think maybe
205.
I think maybe he does get over 50. Maybe over 5. Yeah, I'll say Cap as well. I just want to point out the fact that, I make these requests for images and so forth. And I just said, throw the Chiefs DBs in there. So I don't know. Did I have to say put McDuffie in there?
No. These are two guys we want to see.
But not only do we not get the corners, we get, of course, guys that
The future Hall of Famer.
Not necessarily starters either.
I'm telling you, listen, I'm going to stick up for Mango.
There's nothing wrong with these guys, and I like them both as players. Okay. But in terms, if you're going to throw up the Chiefs defensive backs and you don't have two Tufts in there, I think you got a little bit of an axe to grind.
I'm telling you right now. Let me put the fact on this one.
All right, go ahead, Nick.
Those two players are going to be vitally important in the postseason. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, well, the question was about this weekend and against that guy. But
they may be vitally important against that guy.
They are.
We appreciate the editorial comment, but again, I'm
not
sure
for the future.
I'm not sure how we get those.
You keep sending your axes to grind, my Mango. Well, I love it.
But
all
God bless them. Let's go with those guys. All right, final one. This is a bonus one.
Last one.
I usually have 5. All right, so recently, I think it was this week, on the St. Brown podcast. So it's Amon Ra and his brother Equanimous. And they had another wide receiver on as a guest,
that's what
Xavier Leggett.
Leggett,
and
my guy.
They put it to him as far as, kind of his cuisine, what he likes to eat. Now, he's a South Carolina kid. So, all bets are off. And, of course, he says he enjoys eating raccoon. And he said it with a straight face. And I think when he further explained it, he's like, like the ones you see by the trash. I was like, all right.
How did we get here?
Oh, shit.
Xavier gets down a little bit differently, I think. But again, being from South Carolina, some good roadkill is a thing. So the statement is this.
Yeah.
First, a statement, and then I'm going to ask you guys a question. The statement is this: some good roadkill can be a great meal. Fact or cap?
Don't leave your little pet raccoon around me. He gonna gut him for real. I would say that's what was the question again?
No, it's not.
You gotta pay attention to class, sir.
You were about
Let's
to
say
answer. Some good roadkill can be a
Good
great
roadkill.
meal.
I'll say no.
Man, that cap. They gonna say no.
Cap.
You good.
Cap.
Cap or Nick? How about Coach?
Well, how can we say cat? Y'all know what y'all be eating nowadays from the grocery store. It might be raccoon. Y'all don't
That's
know.
not what we're talking about. That's not
I'm
what we're
just
talking
saying.
about.
Hey, listen. If I'm from down south, I'm eating raccoon. So
Well,
what?
no, I'm asking you, Coach. I mean, is
He
this?
got it on his head. He got a raccoon on top of his head right
You
now.
talk too
That's a
much,
good
sir. You
point.
talk too much.
That's a good point.
No,
So,
it is. Yeah. I do,
all right.
yeah.
So now here's my question. And certainly this is cap for me, but okay. What's the strangest thing you've ever eaten? Hense?
Deer.
Way to
Shark.
go, Hense. You're throwing your voice again. Coach answered.
Shark.
Shark. How
Shark.
was it? Did you like it?
It was all right.
Okay.
It was yeah.
Nick?
Frog legs.
Frog legs. Okay.
He
Well,
was
hey,
between those legs, huh?
doesn't look like you enjoyed it much.
One bite.
Coach?
That was it. Couldn't
Hey,
do
one
it.
bite, huh? Oh shit, hell, man. I'm gonna say deer.
You're gonna say
No,
is
I
that-
take that
have
back.
you
I
had-
apologize.
have you-
I mean lamb. I had some lamb.
You've had lamb.
Oh,
so,
I had some lamb last night. Oh no,
so that's
awesome.
not really.
that's what you
too-
call it?
I mean, that's kind of like I don't like.
Not frog
I don't
legs.
know.
is
I
chicken.
don't know. Like some people have like a thing about Basically, it's a baby sheep. Whatever. Anyway,
Turtle
that's-
soup.
I can't kill Leonardo. I can't kill Leonardo and Donatello and them, man. I have a thing
Now,
with turtles.
if you could order it off a menu, it's probably not that unusual. So,
That's
and I have a very, very, I guess, limited palate, if you would. I once had rabbit. I know that's not a huge deal. It wasn't
ate Bugs
bad.
Bunny. You ate Bugs
And it
Bunny.
wasn't bad until after they told me it was rabbit. I thought it was.
There you
chicken.
go.
So-
Ooh, Paul.
Paul said alligator.
Paul's our
Way to
Florida
go,
guy,
Paul.
right?
Wait,
Alligator.
that's cool. Very
Yeah,
cool.
the
Shark.
shark-
So we got shark. We got alligator.
So we got reptiles.
The shark. I came in. My grandma, she's country, so I came in. I seen her cleaning it.
A lot of sharks.
It was a baby shark. It was moving
kind
back. What is
What kind
that?
of shark was it? What kind of shark was it? Great white? Was it hammerhead?
I think it was a baby great white one.
No, that's a big, that's a
Man,
big ass
you
fish.
guys have lived. Look at all these people. Kenny's like turtle soup, frog
Ruben, I
legs,
bet you did eat crocodile.
alligator,
I bet you did eat a crocodile. Ruben.
anaconda. Who eats an anaconda, Ruben? Oh my goodness! All right,
Hey, a lot of people,
I
a lot
think-
of women
I
love
think
eating
that's our-
anacondas.
that's our
Don't
meal segment for
Want
the show.
none unless you got buns, hun.
Hey,
All right,
talk
there
to
you
him,
go,
talk
folks.
to
That
him.
is Factor Cap for
Please,
this
a
week.
lot of women
Thank you for
playing
playing
anaconda.
along, guys. Thanks for bearing with me. We did have the
Let's get it.
bonus and then a question.
bison burger.
Sorry for running long, but there you go again, folks. Fact or
Love it.
Cap. Join us again next Friday. And as always, brought to you by
Bye.
Eric Haynes and Eric Haynes.
Hey, God, what's a bison burger?
Eric Haynes, go right
All
ahead.
right. Let's get to our sponsors before we get to the rest of it here. Next up, of course, the Mr. Eric Haynes with the Eric Haynes Real Estate Group. If you're looking for someone that can help you buy or sell a house in the greater Kansas City metropolitan area, there is nobody better than Mr. Eric Haynes. You can email him at esellskc@gmail.com or call him on his cell, 816-729-3785.
Proud sponsor of Fact or Cap.
Yes, also of alligator and bison. Next up, my amazing, incredible wife, Emily Athan. If you're looking for flexible health coverage, whether you're an individual, self-employed, business owner, or part of a family, you want to get a custom quote. Open enrollment ends on Sundays, so you're going to have to get a government plan. If not, she's got a great private option available to you, and she can go through all the scenarios. Simply just call her today, 913-215-9086.
Emily.
Emily.
That's right. Emily.
Emily.
I certainly do. All right, next up is our newest sponsor, Resell Electronics.
Save big on the hottest electronics. At Resell Electronics, we offer the best deals on new and pre-owned TVs, game consoles, cameras, plus so much more. With 2 convenient locations along Noland Road in Independence, stop by and visit us today.
That's right, Resell Electronics. 2 locations on Noland Road and 40 Highway. If you're looking to buy or sell consumer electronics, the holidays is coming. Christmas is 12 days away. And if you're looking for something at a great price, a great value, and it works, you have to go to those big department stores to find what you need. Resell Electronics has everything. So give them a call at 816-886-7285 or check out their website, resellwithac electronics.com.
Resell Electronics. Let's get the Cube top 6.
Oh, shit.
The Cube.
Here we go.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
We got the Cube top 6. Everybody, knows, they team, everybody, looking for their team. But hey, it's what the Cube says is on the list. That's good.
What
now,
the Cube says.
So do you agree with this list? Now, Marge and Harry does, they knocked off the Bengals. So what you had to say? I have the Chiefs at 12. I got the Chiefs at 12-1 at number 1. I got Detroit Lions at 12-1. I got the Cube got the Vikings at 11-2 at number 3. They got the Philadelphia Eagles at 11-2. They got the Pittsburgh Steelers at number 5 at 10-3. And the surprise team, first time on the Cube's list, is the Los Angeles Rams at 8-6. The team I think nobody want to play in an NFC.
Who is they, Hence?
It's
say what it is. Say, I have.
It is mythical. It is mythical in its.
He said, "Who the hell is they?"
And now for the uninitiated, who were the 2 characters?
The Cube is in. That's Marv and Harry from Home Alone. That's the suspects that broke into Joe Burrow's home. If you look at somebody that broke into Joe Burrow's home, that's the 2 characters right there that actually did it. So go ahead. Well, do you agree with the list, Nick?
You know what? I actually like the Rams at 6 because I think they're the team to beat in the NFC West, and they're going to give anybody they play, Vikings, Eagles, Lions, a run for their money. So I'm going to put them in the top 6 for this week. I probably would still flip-flop the Chiefs and the Lions just because I think the Lions have shown more in the offensive category, but that's obviously going to change once we get to the postseason. So I would say I'm good with everything else, but I would still give the Lions number 1 because they've got to go beat the Bills this weekend. So I want to give them some extra push and some extra love. But I'm good with 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Drake,
what the hell, man? Where the Bills at, bro?
The Bills, hey, I feel like
they clinched, bro. You didn't put the Bills up here. You put the Vikings, bro.
Yeah, I feel like they gonna.
The Cube is confused. I got the Bills at 3. I got the Vikings at 6. Mm-hmm. Now the 6th line is interesting because I like the Chargers. The Chargers is hot. I love the Chargers. I love what they're doing. But yeah, I'm gonna flip that one though. I'm gonna put the Bills at 3, and I'll put the Vikings at 6. But everything else is okay.
What do you got, Lou?
All right. Let me just go to my list. I got Detroit 1. I got Philadelphia 2. I've got Buffalo 3. Mm-hmm. I've got the Chiefs 4. I've got the Rams 5, and I've got the Vikings 6.
Whoa!
Based on my view of how the teams are playing right now and where they're at.
You need to talk to the Cube much more. The Cube don't agree with you, sir. He said,
"Damn, Cube ain't fixed, man."
The Cube is fixed. It fixed the list perfectly. The Rams are the hottest team right now. I feel like, you know what I mean. They got their offense clicking. They got a young defense.
Yeah, they 7-1 in the last 8. Is that right?
Yeah. They on the up and rise right now. Nobody's stopping Puka right now. He's a kid that's on the rise. That's terrorizing defenses, and Matthew Stafford's looking like his old self. So why not put the Rams at 6?
So why you not?
Okay, well, I don't know if you were listening, but I had the Rams at 5 and the Vikings at 6.
I think you got a little higher than I.
Bro, we know Puka a beast. We know he a
The
beast.
Chiefs at 4, Buffalo 3, Philadelphia 2, and Detroit 1. And again, I guess I'm not ranking them in the way who I think would win or whatever. I'm just saying,
Talk to him,
get basically the eye test. Who's playing the best right now? The Chiefs continue to win, but they're not necessarily playing their best. I can't say that they are above other teams that are functioning a lot more cleanly and whatever. Now I can sit here and say, well, I'm a Chiefs fan, so of course they're 12-1. They're the best team. I just don't think they're playing the best right now.
Back-to-back champions. That's
well,
why.
and I mean, you rank them a certain way, and I mean, you've got this idea in your head is, well, you have to beat the champs to be the champs. I get that.
The Cube idea.
Okay, so the Cube put them that way, but I mean, if you're watching the team play, I don't know how you can sit there and honestly say that they're playing better than these other teams.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, Q. Yeah, say something, Q.
I would say yes. Yes, you can look at it like how the Lions are blowing people out. You know, the Vikings have a scary defense, as they said. The Eagles, you know what I mean? They arguing back and forth. The coach arguing with the fans. And the Steelers, you don't know what you're going to get with Russell Wilson.
With the Chiefs.
My guy, George Pickens out here, you know, fighting coaches, doing everything else. But the Rams was injured and they putting everything together, and I feel like they coming up on a hot team. But the Chiefs, but answer your question, the Chiefs is just finding ways to win. They finding different ways to win.
I understand that. I get that. And it's tremendous. I'm just saying, but the way I look at it is they're just not playing as well as the other teams. Now, is that going to be the same at the end of the year? Probably not. I get the sense that they haven't peaked yet. Maybe some of these other teams ahead of them have peaked. They're not going to play any better than they are right now. So that's great for the Chiefs. But today, as I'm looking at these teams, I'm putting them 4th.
Hey, look, Lou, let's cut the shit. Let's cut the nonsense. Bo, the Cube is confused because while the Chiefs are number 1, their offensive line is trash. Everybody else on this list got a beautiful offensive line. You gonna put them first?
That is not true. That is not
trash.
True.
Come on,
sir. This is the Cube.
I need to put a disclaimer out. This is the Cube speaking.
The Cube is broken. The Cube lost his marbles. They got a virus. The Cube is broken.
Do you have any hot bets before I close this section?
Yeah, I got 4 this weekend. I kind of like Baker going into LA. They're getting 3 points from the Chargers are really struggling offensively, and I think Tampa's really starting to find their footing since Mike Evans came back. Their entire offense seems to be functioning much better. I mean, you got a two-headed monster in the backfield, Bucky Irving and Rashad White.
Man,
a lot of good things happening today. So I'm taking Tampa +3. This was the toughest one. I think the Eagles really are gonna silence a lot of people here and take care of the Steelers.
Whatever,
-5.5. I like Green Bay -3. I don't typically like road favorites, but in this particular case, I think that the Detroit game maybe woke them up. They've had some extra time to prepare, so I'm going to take Green Bay. And then Monday night, I think Minnesota is going to handle the Bears. A few weeks ago, I kind of jokingly said the Bears could very well lose the rest of their games. They've just had a very difficult stretch. They went out to San Francisco and got thumped. You saw what San Francisco came back with. So I just see Minnesota really taking care of business here. They're chasing. They want to win that division. And if somehow Detroit loses to Buffalo on Sunday, Minnesota is really going to ratchet things up. So I look for Minnesota to win that game pretty easily.
That is the Cube top 6 brought to you by Resale Electronics. Hey, where you can get all your electronic needs. So with that said, man, let's get right into the segment. I don't know,
meat.
Do you is Andy Reid get enough credit for the injuries that's happening on the Chiefs?
No, he never will.
No,
they're the Chiefs. They're the Chiefs. The expectation is they win handily, And if they don't, they're going to try to tear them down. And no one really is going to cry poor for the Chiefs having any injuries because everybody has them. But in terms of just looking at it objectively, you have to, because again, entire receiving core has just been kind of reshuffled a few different times.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that any other team has lost their top 2 receivers early in the season. I mean, you could just imagine one of these other teams having their top 2 guys go down and what they'd be able to do. Jamar and T went down and they're both out for like several weeks. Where are they going? Right. And not that they've gone anywhere anyway, but the Rams, if you take Puka and Cooper Kupp off the field, they're horrible. With them, they're great. So again, it's he's never going to get credit for really anything he does, quite frankly.
Yeah, and I think for me, you're right. He doesn't get enough credit. He's had to basically reshape the offense almost every game because he doesn't have this person. Or even losing Butker, who's a window also opened up this week too to return. You've got, look what he's done there. Look at with the receivers. He brings Juju in. And then he brings in Hopkins in. He doesn't have Isaiah Pacheco, and we talk a lot about how great the Bengals offense is, and it is, and the Ravens and all that, but they've not lost guys and we haven't even talked about Rashee Rice yet. So I think what Andy has done is he's built a system where you can just jump in, fix it. Bring a guy up, have the expectations, give him the confidence, try to coach him up the best you can, and hope for the best. But it's the system that works. Not to
mention the revolving door at left tackle.
Well, that's true. That's been an area of concern. But they went out and addressed it, and they got DJ in, and hopefully he's back next week against the Texans. But again, he builds a system where the next man up is the common theme. He knows you're going to have injuries. He prepares for them. He teaches the guys who are backups that you're going to be a starter, so this is what you need to do. And I don't think a lot of other teams do that. I certainly don't think a team like the Ravens does it. I think the Rams have had to do it because they've been on a lot of injuries. I think the Lions are another team, that have really learned how to take that mentality. And the 2 teams that have the most injuries are the Lions and Chiefs, and they have the best records. And I think Andy's not getting enough credit.
Listen, he doesn't get enough credit, guys, because we know about these injuries and he filling guys in. He's a very adaptable head coach, man. He take players and he use their strength, and he just adapt to the guys he's dealing with, man. If you a guy, you're a possession guy, he gonna work the offense and make you and highlight your strengths, right? If you're a speed guy, he's gonna highlight that, right? I look at it like this, just like, for example, when Hunt came in, right? They went 14 personnel. They just ran the ball using Hunt. You know what I'm saying? It's like, the offense line's horrible. So what do? He run the ball all the damn time. You know what I'm saying? Because he understands what the Chiefs are struggling with right now. And it works. So, again, Andy Reid doesn't get enough credit for real. And I believe he should. Because honestly, guys, because if we're talking coach of the year, they gotta be Andy Reid, man. Andy Reid and this Chiefs team went through so much turmoil. Yeah, right. And he went through so much this year, man. And the Chiefs 12-1. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, he don't get enough credit, and he should get a lot of credit.
Typically, when the bar is set so high, no matter what team it is, when the bar is set so high, that head coach is not going to get any of the credit. I mean, Dan Campbell may not get any votes for coach of the year, which is ridiculous.
Yeah,
but
it's all backwards.
He won't, just because the expectation of the team was that, okay, you got to the NFC Championship game, you probably should have won it. You're definitely a favorite for the Super Bowl.
Right.
The bar is so high. There's nothing he can do that is going to make it like, oh my gosh, he's the coach of the year. So that's why you always see like the younger guys or the more surprise teams, like Quinn in Washington, completely unexpected. Maybe KOC in Minnesota, but he's on the fringe of the expectations too, because I think the expectation was that they might do well but not this well to be like challenging for the number 1 seed in the NFC. So you got to have to almost have a story and kind of come from nowhere as well.
Mm-hmm. I feel like he don't get enough credit. You know what I mean? To you know, with all the players that they lost. You know what I mean? And a lot of teams are winning to a shell. But like I said again, this team is battle tested. He's like the general, man. He's out there. You see the player. You see the Warriors are wounded. He patch them up and still go on and put in the next one and go out there to finish the mission. And that's what he's doing to finish the mission out here to get the Chiefs to 3-peat, man. So also another question that's coming up: will it be a successful homecoming for Travis Kelce and Kareem Hunt this coming Sunday?
So do we think the Chiefs are going to win, or these guys are really going to like star?
They're going to stat it up. They're going to go out there and stat it up.
I'm pretty sure the Chiefs win this game. I'm not sure how big of a role Kareem Hunt is going to have. I think he's good. I think you saw last game. I think Pops was out there, for the first few series, and they're sprinkling Hunt in, and they're just trying to get Isaiah rocking and rolling. So I think Andy's a player's coach, and maybe he sees it that way. Maybe he gets some opportunities in the red zone and maybe score a touchdown, but I don't think he's going to get the majority of the carries. Now, Travis is another story. We'll see how the defense plays him. I mean, he certainly has the opportunity to, crank up 8 or 9 catches, although I keep saying I don't know if anybody's going to get more than 5 or 6 the rest of the season because they spread it around so much. So successful in a win statistically, probably not.
You muted yourself, Nick. Go ahead.
For the hearing impaired, Nick is saying.
My sorry. No. I watched some of the film from the last time the Chiefs played in Cleveland. I think it was Mayfield's rookie year.
Travis had a big game, man.
Travis had a huge game. I think that was kind of the game where Travis really just kind of he took the next level. And Kareem Hunt was fantastic that game as well. He had a long screen pass. I think Andy's going to feed Hunt the ball. I think he's going to give Travis some snaps. I think it's important that those two guys, have a really good game. Maybe not get as many snaps as it would be knowing that they've got, 2 other games in a very short time frame. But this is special to Travis. It's special to Kareem to go home in front of the family and their friends and to play well. So, yes, I think the Chiefs are going to win. But I think these guys are going to have a little extra oomph, particularly in the first half.
Oh, definitely. Hey, remember what I said on the last topic, man. Andy Reid's going to adapt and create an offense. Excuse me?
You say a lot, so we don't know what
I do. So I'm going to say this. I'm going to say a lot of words in about 1 minute. I said at least about 1,000 words in 1 minute. So I'm going to say this. Yeah, I think Andy Reid puts on a setup for these guys to put on the show. I think the offense goes through Kareem Hunt. I think he's going to be the horse in this game. I think Kelce goes out too. Because we're going to see Mahomes and Kelce early, guys.
Mm-hmm.
First play.
I agree with the statement. I feel like it's going to be a successful homecoming for these two, especially Travis Kelce, to break that record, that's held by Tony Gonzalez. And why not do it in your hometown? Where you was born up and where it all started from, where you went outside, played football in the backyard, grew up at, went to school at, and you get the job done here. So I feel like this is going to be an amazing outcoming for Travis Kelce and your boy Kareem Hunt. So, hey, I have another question for you guys. Who is better, Myles Garrett or Chris Jones? Go straight.
Myles Garrett. The hell? Listen. Man, Myles Garrett is a freak of nature. Now, Chris Jones is a beast, but Myles Garrett is a freak of nature, man. He's just a freak. Who's gonna make more of an impact on the game? Honestly, it's coming Sunday. I'm gonna have to go with Myles Garrett, man, because the offensive line is
the door's open for Myles.
Hey, oh yeah, he's gonna be chopping at the bits, man. He's gonna be chopping at the bits, man. I'm gonna say about a 5-sack game. A 5-sack game. I'm just saying. Okay, I'm sorry, Nick. I'm sorry. Let me think, Bo. 10-sack game. You have a 10-sack game.
He had three in the first half.
You're delusional as Mike
Pittsburgh.
5 in the first, 5 in the first half, 5 in the second half, man. I'm just saying.
Shut up.
I'm thinking like Bo right now, Jay.
Okay,
Thinking like
the
Bo.
Hey, get the word out to the Mango drones. How is he health wise? Does he have the junk out of his lungs yet? He was hacking up a storm against the Steelers.
Yeah,
well, even
man.
a 75% or 50% Myles Garrett is pretty good. I mean, we're talking overall better, not in this matchup. You know, for me, I think the all-around best player defensively is Myles Garrett. I put Chris Jones at probably number 2 or 3 behind Watts. And I think, you know, those are the best players. But I think Garrett's just playing at a really high level on a really bad football team.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what's more impressive to me is that he just doesn't stop. He's relentless. I think he's got, 11 and a half sacks so far this year. He is the better player right now in the NFL if we're looking at it, you know, from the pass rush standpoint. So yeah, I give Garrett a slight edge.
Yeah, it's hard to go against him. I mean, he's younger. He's more of a traditional edge guy, defensive end. Chris likes to go out there, you know,
right.
Matchup or, you know, dependent and matchup situationally, get on the outside or on the inside. So it's a toss up in terms of, you know, if Myles had to come inside, you know, if he's playing inside, if he lines up inside, probably happens like once or twice a game. If you remember, I don't know if it was against Cincinnati or whatever, where he's standing basically at the middle linebacker position and he's walking towards the offensive line and he's giving them the like Allen Iverson crossover.
Somebody said that.
And then within like 1 second, he's on the quarterback and knocks him down. He is super huge. If he's got 3% body fat, that's probably high. So yeah, I mean, I know it's blasphemous in these parts, but yeah, I'm going to say Myles Garrett, not by much though.
I don't know what's on the you know what these guys are drinking in their cups this morning, but it's Chris Jones. It's Chris Jones, guys, the closer, the Stone Cold Stunner, the man, the closer. Yes, he's closed out games. He didn't finish. He didn't close. He didn't took home
fast to say that shit.
That don't matter. With Chris Jones, when you need Chris Jones, he gets the job done. It doesn't matter. He'll find a way to get the job done. Joe Burrow is a witness
against Buffalo.
Buffalo is a witness to get last year. You know what I mean, when he got that strip sack, but they recovered. The guy is ask Jalen Hurts, man. Hey, this guy is unstoppable, man. I would pick Chris Jones any day over any defensive lineman and defensive tackle that's in the game. If I had to pick first in the draft, I'm saying give me that man right there out of Mississippi State. All right. Chris Jones.
There you go, Lou.
I'll say the same thing about you, Hense. Don't ever change, man.
Everybody's direction is misconstrued.
Like,
you know,
remember those guys on SNL that was like the Chicago Bears guys that would dress like Ditka?
Yeah.
Ditka against the Hulk. Ditka against every other NFL team.
If we're drafting from that standpoint, I gotta go with Myles. I gotta go. Myles Garrett is just
if the dude is wearing the arrowhead on his jersey, it's that dude. No matter who it is, no matter what.
That's Hense. He's never going against the grain, man. He's never going against the grain, man.
Well, it's not a matter of going against the grain. I mean, he's just an all-around better player. Now, has Chris Jones been in bigger games? Absolutely. Has he done exactly what Hense said? Absolutely. Mm-hmm. But if you're just looking at it from a pure athletic ability and what they do, I think Myles Garrett has the edge. Not by a ton.
Garrett starts fast and he ends fast, gentlemen. There it is. Boom.
Nah, whatever.
Drop the mic.
All right, next up.
What's your 4 keys to victory on Sunday?
We always ask for 4. I don't know if there are 4.
Right? Why I gotta be 4 every day?
With the Chiefs, I think
one from each of us. That's all.
Bet. Okay, Nick. Okay, reasonable. Okay, let me go first. Then. Protect Mahomes.
Yeah, it's Wanye Morris. Got to have a day.
It's that beast.
Not like an exceptional day. Not like a overly incredible day.
Playing hand claps.
Let's just go above that. Have an above average day and the rest, I think, takes care of itself, because I think the Chiefs have pretty much been on point for several weeks in terms of taking care of the ball. Patrick's not really, he's had a couple of bad throws, but it's typically not in harm's way. The only one that got picked off was one where the guy jumped and he knew he had a free play, so he just chucked it downfield, so it didn't even count. So those aspects of the game, I think they've kind of buttoned up. So I hate to put it all on you, Wanye, but come on, man, let's go.
Yeah.
I think the biggest key. I think the biggest key is this is the time they need to establish the run game. They've got these two bruiser backs. They've got a third down back. I think this, with the weather going to be raining in the 40s, I think it's important that they start running the ball better, because they're going to have to do more of it in the postseason, I think. So as much as the passing game is important in Mahomes and Xavier protecting the franchise, to me, I want to see Pacheco and Hunt used in a way that really negates the strength of the Browns defense, which is their front four. And if you can get past that front four, I think the Chiefs can have a lot of success. And the Steelers ran all over them. So that's what I want to see.
My key is, don't play sloppy ball, man. Just go out here, too much sloppy ball, these fast games, not everybody's not gelling together. Show out here that y'all actually went out there, and put what you seen on tape and what you did in the practice field to the actually field. Get out here and play ball. Don't play down to your team. Don't play down to the 3-10 Cleveland Browns level. Play to your record, man. Play out here, play to your potential. Don't come out here playing like you 3-10, 1-2. None of that. Just come out here and play ball. Showed everybody that you can get this done. Show everybody that you are the team that to be feared. Show that you are the back-to-back Super Bowl champs. So all my thing is, stop playing sloppy ball and play Chiefs football. I know this year right now is probably the Chiefs football. This is probably Chiefs football that was right in front of our eyes. But hey, right now, I'm just saying get back to the norm, play Chiefs ball. Don't play down to your opponent's record, man. Play to what you are potential have. You're back-to-back Super Bowl champs. You are, you've done this before. You're about to do it again. Go out here and show the world that you are the team to beat. So with that said, this is our score predictions. As you look at the score predictions, Nick has, Chiefs winning 27-13, Dre 31-14, me 31-13. I think he's seen my board.
I ain't see shit.
Luke 25-20, Mango 27-17. But if you look at the board, everybody is kind of in agreements. Nick and Mango and Lou is 1 point off from each other, and in a score prediction, and everybody else is like right around each other, around the same thing. So, hey, everybody's seeing the Chiefs win this game. Everybody's seeing, it can happen. But again, it all comes down to playing to your, potential. Don't come out here playing to nobody's record. Don't come out here playing like the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns looking like the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah,
the Browns looking like the Super Bowl champs, and you looking like
the Browns have been playing some pretty inspiring football.
Playing some good ball. Shout out to Jameis Winston, man.
They're playing hard. So give it to Kevin Stefanski for a team that's pretty much out of it. They've had to deal with this whole Deshaun bullshit, but I mean, it was of their own doing. Yeah. But still, they have the players have to deal with it. The coach, who probably wanted to bench him, didn't have that ability to do it. So I think when he finally got hurt, that's when you see like the team light up. They're a completely different team, so they're going to play hard. This isn't going to be like playing down to them. Hopefully they can match the intensity and kind of ratchet it up a little bit and not like underestimate them. Now, I don't think they ever do that. But just the way the games end up with the limited number of possessions and playing to the defense, these are the scores that you get, right? And it's just, you have to get 31, they're going to have to be nearly flawless in the red zone. So that's why I'm not putting up 31 yet, or putting up higher numbers.
You put one Travis Kelce out there at tight end, and everybody else is offensive lineman. I don't care if it's a receiver. They come in, they just come in as your ball, able to catch the ball, put the ball in, and just run the ball in. You go from there.
I'm gonna say this real quick, guys. I think there's even the great specs cannot scout Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston is gonna throw the ball wherever he pleases. He doesn't care. You can't strategize against this guy because he believes in his guys too. So that's another thing because tight end Judy, he's gonna throw Judy. If it's one-on-one coverage, he's throwing the ball. Don't give a damn who's over there. So you can't scout that, man.
All right.
Well, so with that said, man, hey,
real quick, hey, Demetrio, he just asked a question, right? He said, "Do you guys think Watson will start next season?" No, that's Jameis Winston's team.
Yeah, they don't have a choice.
Yeah, Jameis Winston.
Winston's not signed through next year, right? And I think Watson's number is in the 70s for next season.
Yeah, it's pretty high.
His salary, I think, is 46, but the cap number is like 73. They're gonna have a pretty high. They're gonna have a pretty high draft pick. I think they'll probably draft a quarterback, and hopefully that guy is able to kind of get ready to rock and roll. Because if Jameis has earned a decent contract, what are you gonna do? 18, 20 million a year? You got like 90 million to $100 million to the quarterback position for next year. That's going to be a hard juggle. Now, play wise, I agree with you. He should be, but just the business of football may not allow it. So I that's going to be a tough one for him not to be.
They never gotten rid of Baker Mayfield.
Well, that's
Baker Mayfield. I like Baker. Baker's so under. Yeah,
but I think that was probably the best thing for Baker. Same thing as Sam Darnold. Get the hell away from these dysfunctional franchises.
If you're a hot quarterback with a comb over, Dre loves you, man. He loves you. He loves you. Baker Mayfield. Now
I like Baker. I like guys with an edge, man. I like guys
with an
Baker's
edge. Quaff? What are you talking about? Comb over? That dude's he's got a good hair. He's got a
and Josh Allen has been playing great football, sir.
First he didn't like Josh Allen. Joe Burrow's out, so now you got to find somebody.
I had to put my thinking cap on, young man. I said,
you got your Bill
man Allen.
I got you.
I know. He's a
Buffalo.
He's Buffalo.
That's all right. Call me what you will. All right, the North is thick because they beat
the man of many hits. So let's get it. So let's get into our sponsors.
All right, one more time. Let's get you up to speed with our sponsors here at the Four Guys in a Bar podcast presented by ChiefsBlitz.com. First up, Mr. Eric Haynes with the Eric Haynes Group. If you're looking to buy or sell a house in the greater Kansas City metropolitan area, there's nobody better than Mr. Eric Haynes. You can reach him two ways, 816-729-3785 or email at esaleskc@gmail.com.
Proud sponsor of Fact or Cap.
That is correct. Next up, my incredible wife, Emily Athan. If you are looking for the best health coverage option for yourself, your family, doesn't matter if you're self-employed, maybe you're coming off a COBRA plan, ACA is open for 2 more days. So if you want a government option, nobody understands the insurance market better than my wife, Emily. So just give her a call today for a custom quote, 913-215-9086.
Emily.
That's right, Emily, indeed. And then next up, our newest Resell Electronics.
Buy a cell phone at Resell Electronics and save up to 25%. Our phones are pre-owned and in great condition. We carry top brands like iPhones and Samsung. Sell us your old phone and we'll offer you cash on the spot. Resell Electronics in Independence.
That's right, Resell Electronics. 2 great locations on Nolan Road and 40 Highway, both in Independence. If you're looking to get some extra holiday cash and you've got some old stuff lying around, check out the guys at Resell Electronics. They'll buy your old stuff. If you're looking to get a good Christmas deal and a good Christmas present, they've got everything you need from an electronic standpoint, cell phones, tablets, laptops, computers, game consoles, home audio, TVs. They got it all. So check out their website at resellwithacelectronics.com.
Resell Electronics.
All right, guys. That's gonna do it for today.
So with that said, guys, hey, we got Old Top Sports coming up on Saturday. We're gonna talk about a lot of stuff that's going on. And we got on Sunday, the game preview for me, Mango, and Coach Dre will be in the building. So with that said, guys,
drones are flying. Forget about the ones in New Jersey. Beware the ones around Cleveland this weekend.
Yeah, that's right.
Ken St. Clair, I was at that game.
So with that said, man, thank everybody for joining in. Thank everybody for chatting, man. And also, we didn't get to talk about story time with Nick. So I think we'll do that one.
We'll do that Monday.
So with that said, shout out, happy anniversary for those two. So with the happy anniversary for those two, let's give them a good song.
There we go.
Hey little girl, don't be afraid of my light. Don't pull those covers over your eyes again tonight. As you can see, I'm gonna light up your room, full of beauty and power. And I do